All right, we are live on YouTube, and tonight we're going to be discussing why people usually get away with crossing the line online. And I'm also going to be answering any questions you may have in regards to any of your business or personal needs with another session of Ask Coach Eli Anything. So stick around for all that and much, much more. Late Night with Coach Eli starts right now. Live from Northern California, welcome to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Late Night with Coach Eli edition. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive notifications at a device level. You do all that exactly in the ways I just mentioned, and you're all set. You're good to go. You won't miss a beat, and you certainly won't want to miss a single beat because lots of things have been happening lately throughout many of my communities out here on YouTube. And, tonight I'm just going to get down to the nitty-gritty of it all. If you missed my earlier stream, please go back and check it out when you get a chance sometime in the morning tomorrow. I believe it was almost, I think it was like just a little over 2 hours, like 2 hours and 2 hours and 20 minutes long. But I pretty much made people aware of where I've been for the past week, why I took a week off of YouTube, and that everything's all hunky-dory. It's all good. I'm still monetized. I have no strikes on my channel, nothing like that. You know, everything that you folks have been hearing out there regarding what my trolls and haters have been saying is absolutely false. And I debunked all of that in my previous stream. Now, I was going to do a Walking with Purpose stream at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific last night or yesterday, but I was just really exhausted, folks. My sleeping pattern has been really all over the place lately. So I ended up rescheduling that stream for later today at 3 p.m. What I plan on doing later today, it is Sunday. Supposedly today is supposed to be the day of rest, but I'm going to be working all day. What I plan on doing today is a Walking with Purpose stream that I haven't done in a while at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, and then later on in the evening, probably around 7 or 7:30 Eastern. Sorry, no, not 7 or 7:30 Eastern. Sorry, around 10 or 10:30 p.m. Eastern. 7 or 7:30 p.m. Pacific, I'll do an in-studio stream. Probably, what I'll probably do tomorrow night is a networking stream to get back on track with the networking community. So that's what's in the works for tomorrow, or actually later today because it's after midnight. It is 4:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:19 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in my neck of the woods. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area in good old Northern California. And I'm so glad you can all join me here tonight. Tonight, we're going to be discussing why people usually get away with crossing the line online. And if you saw my thumbnail, it says crossing the line. So let's see. Okay, good. YouTube is not demonetizing me. I've been getting a little more creative with the way I title my streams lately, because if you create your stream titles or your video titles, that make the artificial intelligence think that it's going to be controversial, they're going to demonetize it until the system's able to go back and scan your entire stream to actually listen to what you said. So I'm getting a little more creative, Barbara, and my my streams lately and my videos lately have not been touched at all by the artificial intelligence. So that's a good thing. Did you all get an ad when you popped on in here? I'm just kind of curious to know if you got an ad. Oh, there's Barbara. Barbara Placence says, I found it hilarious that your haters say they want you gone, but when you took a break, they all lost their minds. In essence, Barbara, what you're saying is that they flipped out while I was gone. Yeah, Barbara, we're going to be talking about that here tonight. Now, look, this stream here is not being made primarily to, target my haters, but obviously they are the best examples to use for many things I talk about out here. And to the other people out here that are new to my channel that don't really know what's going on, I've been, attacked by. I've been attacked very severely by a large hate group that was created out here to basically try to destroy my channel and my brand. It stems back to a former channel I used to run that I shut down 1.5 years ago. Then I took a 3-month break. And then about a year or 2 months ago, 14 months ago, I came back and started this channel. And then they came right back to attacking me again. So to those that are new here, I want to, teach you folks and make you folks aware of what I've been through out here and what you're going to go through as a YouTuber once your channel starts to grow. And once people out there start to see you gaining traction and they get a little bit jealous per se, they're going to start doing certain things. And I'm sharing these stories with you folks so you know how to best handle these situations. I'm also doing this because I want you folks to know that if you're a good person and you're out there getting attacked by people in malice ways, you can always come over here to my channel and I can connect you with some great people that are moderators here on my channel, such as Barbara Placence and many others that may or may not be here right now. And we can help, protect you from these people and give you guidance on how to work through it so that way you can reach the success you want to reach. So that is the main purpose. The haters are going to say, oh, you're just, use this as an excuse to talk about us. Well, no, not necessarily true. If I had a better example to use besides you folks, I would use that. But you folks continue to give me the best examples to use in regards to what not to do out here. So I have to keep on, raising awareness on this and using you folks for example purposes, right? Okay. That's some good coffee, Colombian Supremo from Costco. It's funny, Barbara, that these haters religiously follow me so much and listen intently to what I say that they know the type of coffee I drink, how much it costs. They know my hats. They wear my hats. They literally have dissected every aspect of me. It's pretty crazy. To the point of where it makes me wonder if these people really even hate me or they're infatuated by me in some way, shape, or form. CNR Trivia, aka Colin Butters, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. He says, good morning, all, and it is 9:28 a.m. in the UK. Well, glad that you're on board here, Colin. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to you. I know Barbara is a very loyal person. She's been very loyal. But, Colin, I got to say, man, you've been very loyal, bro, and you have not let the trolls and haters get to you. You continue to come back to this channel, and I appreciate you, bro. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. And whatever you need from myself and my community over here to help you get through some tough times you're currently going through, please let us know, Colin. Folks, Colin did mention last week before I took a week break, I believe he had his leg amputated, and now he's having issues with his marriage. His wife has lost that loving feeling simply because of the fact that he's not able to get around as easily anymore. And I feel it's really messed up because when you take wedding vows state that, you're with each other in sickness and in health, through richer or poorer times, until death do us part. But apparently, in your case, Colin Butters, aka CNR Trivia, it's not happening, bro. And it's not just you, bro. Here in the good old US of A, the divorce rate is, edging up towards 60%. So more than 1 out of every 2 marriages fails out here. So, bro, you're not alone. And Colin says, thank you so much. It is appreciated. Riff Magwas in the house. Hey, Riff, how you doing, bro? Riff says, I find it interesting that Jabba missed you so much that Mr. J caught the flack instead. Yeah, I didn't talk a lot about that on my previous stream. The 2 people that have attacked me the most over the past 3 years, Mr. J and Mr. G, from their channels, they've had a hot and cold romance over the past several years. They've worked together and broken up, many times. And I had to say, it was inevitable that this was going to happen again. Now, who knows? Maybe they might make up for a 3rd or 4th time, or maybe Mr. J on the Liking Theory channel might finally realize that Mr. G is just not a man to be trusted. He's a selfish and considerate person that only has his best interest, in his head and in his heart, if he even has a heart. Well, obviously he has to biologically have a heart or else he'd be dead, right? You need to have an organ that pumps the blood through your vessels, right? But I think Mr. G is filled with black blood. I don't know what you think, Barbara, but anyway, that is that. I'm gonna address the troll I just banned. EK's sock account. You have been banned, but I will answer your question. It's a pretty valid question, and I'll answer it. Why y'all ban anyone who just drops in, even if they're trolling you a little bit to poke fun, just to interact with Eli? Because here's the thing. You folks are not just here to do that. I can handle a little bit of fun, but I'm a coach here, dude, and I'm here to teach people business and personal relationship tips. And I'm not here to necessarily entertain people. I mean, yes, we do have fun, and I do entertain people, but I do it while throwing down those trip bombs. We entertain people over here on the Grip on Live channel while throwing down those truth bombs! And the bottom line is that you folks are not here for the right reasons. You're here just to get entertainment by trying to, challenge the fact that you feel I'm not a coach. And I don't want that here. I don't want any negativity here. That's why we ban you guys. If you guys want to interact positively, and talk about relationship dynamics, and talk about, online bullying, like we've been talking about lately, and talk about, business topics such as transitioning from working in the corporate world or working for somebody else into becoming a self-employed entrepreneur, then we could do that. But see, you folks are just here because you want to stir the pot up to entertain yourselves because you got nothing better to do with your lives. You have nothing constructive to bring forth to the conversation. I'm not here. I'm not a comedy channel and I'm not an entertainment channel. Now, does that mean that we have to make it boring here? No. We can have fun while we talk about these topics, but I don't want to talk about anything negative. Now, you may come back at me and say, well, talking about your trolls and haters is a negative thing. Why don't you just ignore it? Well, because they're attacking my audience. And they're basically convincing my audience that I'm a bad person before my audience even gets a chance to get to know me with the shady tactics they're using. So I have no choice but to talk about it and use you folks for example purposes. But that's as far as it goes. There's nothing more that you guys that are on the other side can bring to the table besides, poking fun and hateful things. And I don't want that here. It's my choice what I want here. There's your answer, bro. I gave you more than I should have. So there you go. Barbara Playson says, Riff, laughing my ass off. It's like being on a diet. Starve the system of fat and it'll start eating its reserves. LOL. That's a good point, Barbara. I got to say, Barbara, that's a very good point. It's like, when you're on a diet, Barbara's right. When you're on a diet, your body burns a certain amount of calories per day. Let's say 2,000 calories based on your height and weight. For me, I burn close to 2,000 calories based on my height and weight without doing anything. Now, if I exercise and burn another 500 to 1,000 calories per day, that means I'm at, I've depleted 3,000 calories. Now, if I only eat 2,000 calories that day, I still depleted 1,000 more calories than my body has taken in, than the food I've taken in. So what happens? It starts to burn fat to make up for the loss of calories that I have not replenished. And that's how people lose weight. Now, when you starve somebody completely, it starts burning through those fat reserves much more quickly. So let's say I didn't eat anything at all for a week. I mean, I'd be skin and bones. I would have zero fat on me. And that's not a good thing, because you're supposed to have a certain amount of fat, even for people that are in shape, because that's what keeps you alive. No fat and you're dead. That's just the way it works. So, Barbara, that was a very good, what do you call it, an analogy? That was a very good perspective, Barbara, and thank you for sharing that. Riff Magla says, LOL, indeed. Barbara Plaisance, constructive criticism is okay. Trolling and hate needs to be shut down. I agree. Now, Barbara, let me ask you this. Since we've gotten to know each other since you left the other side, late last year, and you've gotten to understand the people over here on my side, when have I not listened to what you've said? Like, you've come at me with some concerns, and because you were constructive with them, we had a great conversation. And like I keep saying, Barbara, you and I aren't always going to agree on everything. Well, I don't think any two people are always going to agree on anything, but we can agree, disagree, and understand each other. At the end of the day, still be friends. And it's all about sharing your opinion in a constructive and respectful way, right, Barbara? Does that make sense? And that's all. I mean, look, these people on the other side don't get it. If they came at me and said, hey, dude, listen, I'm not trying to kick you down, but, I'm concerned because I don't know a lot about life coaches, and, I don't know what your credentials are. I don't know why you feel you're qualified. Again, dude, I'm not trying to troll you. I'm not trying to criticize you. But, can you tell me a little bit more about why you're doing what you're doing? Now, if they approach me in that way, no problem. But that's not what they do. Because, see, that's not their outcome. Their outcome is one thing. These people on the other side care about one thing. They want to be entertained because they're so miserable in their lonely, miserable lives. That's it. They're not looking to learn anything. They're not open to suggestions and change. So they're just looking to stir the pot to get a reaction from you, to get entertained at your expense. And that's why these people are not welcome here. I don't want that here. Listen, I'm not in freaking kindergarten here. I'm a grown-ass man. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Riff Maglo says, I have the perfect relationship dynamic. No flowers, candy, restaurants, perfume, or jewelry. I bought a very cool guitar instead. That's your lady, right? Your guitar is your lady, your girlfriend replacement, right, Rip? That's all good, bro. And dude, you're a monk. You're a MGTOW a man going his own way, men going their own way monk, and you're happy, and I applaud you for that, bro. I applaud you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that, brother. A big, huge round of applause. Yeah, dude. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think we can give you the golf clap. You like the golf clap, brother? That's the little quiet clap, right? The less crazy loud clap, right? Anyway, so CNR Trivia says, I got a question. I do trivias, exploring, cooking, as you know. Do you class it as funny entertainment, or what do you class it as? I do. So you said you do trivias, exploring, cooking, as you know. I would consider trivia as entertainment. Because trivia, you're having fun doing it. If you're doing exploring, that's like adventurous stuff. So I wouldn't consider exploring entertainment. I mean, you can throw in some entertainment aspects to it and make it, more easy for people to engage with. But exploring, to me, like if you were to do videos, around your area that people aren't aware of, or especially for people out here in the U.S., Colin, that may plan to visit the U.K. down the road, we would watch them. We'd be like, oh, geez, Colin is here. This place is cool. If I ever go visit the U.K., or if I know of any friends that are going to visit the U.K., I'm going to send them to watch Colin's video, right? So that's where the value is there, Colin, in that aspect. Cooking, I'll tell you honestly, cooking is very interesting too, depending on what you're cooking. But here's the thing. If you're going to cook, I would definitely throw an entertainment aspect into it, because people will get bored just sitting there, watching a frying pan, watching you pour oil into a frying pan, then it heats up, it starts to sizzle, it makes all those cool cooking sounds, and then you start mixing up whatever you put in the pan, right? I would definitely throw in some entertainment and humor and keep your audience engaged that way. So you could do a combination of both in that aspect. Somebody you could actually watch and Google search them. I don't know if you've heard of Yen Can Cook. I think Yen, I don't know if he's still around, but in my younger days, Yen Can Cook was on PBS, Public Broadcasting Service. And he was a funny dude. He would cook, but he would entertain the people at the same time. He would go, if Yen can cook, so can you, right? So if Colin can cook, so can you, right? Make a tagline like that. Make a tagline like that, bro. So does that make sense? Let me know. Barbara Playson says, you're absolutely correct. We find a happy medium. Absolutely. Look, it's basically having a conversation and sharing our experiences regarding what we've been through out here online. Barbara Playson furthermore says, my favorite YouTube cooking channel is the Cajun Ninja. You know what? I got to check out that channel, Barbara. I got to definitely check out that channel. As a matter of fact, I'm going to search for it right now, real quick. The Cajun Ninja. 90,000 subscribers. Okay, so they're still a fairly new channel, but they're getting close to 100K subs, 189 videos. All right. And if I go to their channel here, let me see here.
All right, here we go.
All right. Let me see. Let me go to the About section. It says they've been around since September 1st, 2006. All right. This is what this guy did. I'm looking at his URL, his username. youtube.com/user/Jason Cards/about. Now, I don't know if that's his name, Jason Cards, or if he used to have like a baseball card channel. But yeah, it looks like this channel has gone through a rebrand. Oh, there's a story right there. Okay, in 2016, he decided to really pursue his channel. He first posted a video tutorial of himself cooking chicken and sausage gumbo on Facebook. 2 days later, that video had over 1 million views. Wow. To this date, is my most viewed video with over 20 million views. After seeing this response, or the response I received on Facebook, I knew it was time to really push my YouTube channel. Okay, cool. He's got 4.3 million total views, 90K subscribers. He'll be at 100,000 soon. He'll have 1 million views within a few years. Sorry, 1 million subscribers within a few years. Like it. Like the channel art at the top. Like his channel icon, profile picture, and it's a great name, the Cajun Ninja. Absolutely. All right. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Let's see. It does make sense to see in our trivia. Barbara Plaisance, he cooks delicious food and he's funny. Let me see here real quick. Ding Ding Addict. I know you're a troll from the other side. You're probably trim hits. But we'll let you stay for a few here because you haven't said anything really bad yet. But, you know, your conversation is suspect. Hello out of Grip on Life here. Sounds like a great conversation. It's hard out here. I love the Cajun Ninja. Great guy at Barbara Plaisance. Yeah, Jason is his name. He is awesome, says Barbara. All right, well, Ding Ding Addict. I don't know who you are. Well, let me ask you, Ding Ding Addict. How did you find out about my stream? And be honest, because I know trolling answers. Be honest, how did you find out about my stream? Tell me the truth. And if you're a troll, just tell me you're a troll, and I'll let you stay. If you lie to me, I'll ban you. But if you come out and say, you know, I'm a troll, I just want to hang out, I'll let you stay. Just don't lie to me. Because if you give me an answer that I feel and smells like BS, I'll personally ban you. Just tell me the truth. I'm a troll, and I want to hang out. Don't ban me. Come on now. All right? All right, 23 in the box. So let me start off by talking about why I decided to do this topic, which is what I'm trying to say. What inspired me to do this topic? Myself, along with many others that are a part of my channel, you know, on the front lines here on my channel and behind the scenes. And most of the people that are involved with this group of people that's, you know, helping me bring down the criminal haters out here on YouTube and on the internet. We've been working together to try to legally stop these people that we feel have crossed the line from innocent trolling to actually breaking the law. But when I started getting involved and trying to get the law involved, I learned something that I want everyone to learn here today. And I've somewhat explained this in the past, but I'm going to go into great detail tonight. There's a difference between illegal activities being criminal or being civil cases. So basically, if you're dealing with somebody online and they issue you a death threat, for example, they say that, you know, I want to blah, 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 I want to blow your head off, right? For example purposes, right? You would think that that is criminal behavior. They are threatening your life on a public forum. And they're coming out, showing their face and using their voice to make a death threat. Naturally, you would think that if you called the police and reported that and showed them proof on that video, that they would allow you to press charges on these people that are doing it, right? Now, that's what you would think, right? But what actually happens? You call the police, you show them your proof, you tell them what's going on, and then they tell you, well, this is more of a civil case, and you need to contact your attorney. And I would suggest contacting your attorney and taking this person to court. You do have a case, but it is not. It is a civil matter, is what they say every single time. Even if it actually is a criminal matter. And the reason they do that is because they don't want to foot the bill through their department, you know, the local department, which in my case is Redwood City Police, through the state, or even the federal government. They just don't want to foot the bill. And that's the perfect example regarding why I created this topic. And that is exactly what I feel my trolls and haters have been doing to me and many others for the past several years. Because these trolls and haters, the reason why they they push the boundaries and they cross the line and do crazy things is because it's very entertaining to their audience. It's showing them something different on YouTube that they can't get anywhere else. So the entertainment value, the entertainment shock value, when someone does something like that, makes you drop everything to tune in. Hey, it's worked on me as well, right? So they take advantage of the loophole in the system where they know that what they're doing to you has broken the law, but they also know that the only way that you're going to be able to, press charges on them, at least try to press charges on them and take action, is by getting an attorney and filing a civil lawsuit, which takes time and money to pay for your attorney, court fees, etc., right? These people know that. And they also know at the same time that most people cannot afford an attorney, or they don't know how to use the system, or they don't have time to go through the process of the system. Sentai 7, I understand what you're saying, bro, and welcome here. I am doing my show, bro. What I want you to understand, Sentai 7, is that there's a lot of unfinished business here. And it's close to coming to an end. There is a gentleman that is going to prison in 10 days that's been a big part of attacking my channel and people on my channel. And again, I'm not here to create a drama stream. I'm using these people for example purposes regarding a topic that I was going to discuss whether they were around or not. So I really want you to understand, bro, that that's what I do here. This is what I do on my channel. Okay? And I'm also the type of person that I like to talk about hot topics and things that are trending. And right now, within my communities out here on YouTube, this is what is trending, and this is what they want to see and hear. So I understand where you're coming from, and my apologies to you, Sentai 7, if this offends you or bothers you in any way. But that's just the way that I do things over here. And you're welcome to stay in. You're a moderator, and I have a lot of respect for you, dude. But I don't beg anyone to stay on my channel if they're not in line with the content. That's totally up to the individual. But thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate it. Hope you had a great week. Let's see here. CNR Trivia says 8 family members and 2 videos for Ding Ding Addict. Okay. Who is Ding Ding Addict? Do you know that person, Colin? Because it looks like a sock account to me. Sentai 7, I'm not planning to take down anyone. Sentai 7 is coming back at the end of this month. We will never get into drama. I have something to say, Elias. And we already got to that, so thank you. CNR Trivia says that's the House of Parliament on the River Times in the UK. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Riff Mago says, hello, Sentai. Barbara Playson says, I don't understand how a certain person can be so arrogant to say he is planning people's deaths on a video and think the law won't take notice. Well, Barbara, he did make several death threats to me, and actually many others as well. Because, Barbara, you and I are part of this A-team, and there are other people. Now, here's the thing. Everybody knows from the other side who's on the A-team. And to other people on the A-team that may be watching, we're all friends. I love you all. And listen, I'm not going to mention your names, but here, let's be real here. These people know who we are. And it doesn't matter whether they know us or not. The bottom line is, Barbara, is that you're talking about Mr. G on the Gun Squad channel, okay? And, Mr. G is basically on the run from the law currently. He's still running from the law because he has a felony bench warrant for, not showing up to his hearing regarding his domestic violence charge when he beat up his wife on a YouTube live stream 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. And because of the fact that you, myself, and other people behind the scenes are reporting his online activity to the authorities and making it easier for the authorities to take him down, that's why he's making these death threats, trying to scare us and throw us off track. It doesn't work for me. And I'm not scared by this guy. I'm not afraid of him. And his threats they're empty. They've been empty for 3 years. I mean, he's a phony, right? And another thing, Barbara, if Mr. G on the Gun Squad channel is completely innocent and has done nothing wrong to break the law, then why is he still running? Why are you running, Mr. G? Because you actually have a felony bench warrant. Now, your domestic violence charge may have been a misdemeanor, but the fact that you didn't show up for your hearing, that made it a felony bench warrant for not showing up. So you do have a felony bench warrant out for your arrest. You also have CPS trying to hunt you down because they want to ask you questions regarding, what happened with the kids when they were living in your household in Florida, that big house with your girlfriend Anna's kids. And they probably want to interview the kids as well and ask them, how did, Mr. G from the Gun Squad channel treat you? What did he say to you folks? What has he touched you in any way? Has he put his hands on your mother? Like, he doesn't want that to happen. The bottom line is, if Mr. G is completely innocent, then why won't he just go back to where he's at? And then he keeps on saying, well, I don't want to go back and get swatted. Get swatted? What are you talking about? If you've done nothing wrong, why would you get swatted? And plus, they're not going to swat you. All they want you to do is turn yourself in so that way they can question you. I don't get that. So yeah, he's on the run. And because our team has been extremely instrumental in putting him in that position where he's at, he doesn't like it. Barbara, you and I and the rest of the A-team, we're kind of like America's Most Wanted, but instead we're like YouTube's Most Wanted. Okay? We're like, I think that's the show that I'm going to create with some people that have emailed me that want to create a show like this. I think I'm going to call that show YouTube's Most Wanted, right? Where we're going to protect people on this platform from other people like Mr. G on the Gun Squad channel. So again, the reason why Mr. G's been behaving this way and making death threats is because he's mad that we're actually closing in on bringing him to justice. That's the truth. Sentai 7, look, to fair, I saw the videos unedited. I heard what you said. You want to explain why you have the right to say against what you do. Look here. Sentai, what are you saying? You attack other channels that have opinions. I'm just asking why. I have videos about what you said, how you put people down. You know what, Sentai 7? I'm going to tell you what. I'm about to ban you, brother. You know what? Get out of here, Sentai 7. Get out of here. Sentai 7, you're probably still listening. Your moderator wrench has been removed and you've been banned from the channel because, again, you went back and watched former videos of where the other side was attacking me. You have no idea what they did to me. You have no idea how they edited those videos to not make them appear edited. You have no idea what RJ Sandiford, the blind YouTuber, has called me. He's called me cuckold cuck 100 times in a stream. He's gone back and forth from the haters to the good side, and then back to the haters and back to the good side. And then there was one stream I was on with RJ when we patched things up, and then he allowed the haters to come into the stream and then come on the panel and attack me. And he was laughing at me. He's a blind man. Do you not think for 1 second, Sentai 7, that just because someone is disabled doesn't mean they're not able to attack non-disabled people? And just because I'm not disabled, if a disabled person attacks me, I can't defend myself in regards to what that disabled person said, not involving their actual disability? See, that's what you don't get, Sentai 7, and the rest of you don't get. And if you're not smart enough, Sentai 7, to understand that, then get out of here. You're gone. You screwed up, dude. I went back and watched all those videos that they sent that were out there on you. So what's your problem, dude? You think I'm a bad guy? Do you think I'm a criminal, dude? Sentai 7, why don't you do me a favor and go and run my background check? And go and look at my life outside of YouTube and see how clean it is. Before you come into my chat after I give you a mod wrench and accuse me of everything these people have been trying to paint me as, to destroy my brand. If you, sir, are not smart enough to understand what's happening here, you don't deserve to be here, let alone be a moderator. Barbara, you let me know. Was that the right move to remove Sentai? That was ridiculous, in my opinion. You tell me, Barbara, if I was out of line or not. That was a bunch of crap. That was a bunch of crap. I actually was liking you being around, Sentai 7. I was enjoying having you around, despite what happened in the past, because we met through RJ Sandifer's channel. But no, the other side kept getting to you. They kept sending you links, and then you watched them, and then you made a decision to believe what they're saying is true, without understanding why I said those things I said. Those people were attacking me, and they were setting me up to say those things. They ganged up on me. You think that's fair, Sentai 7? And I'm not a human being? Barbara Plaisance, I would have, but he had a wrench. Well, I'm glad you agree with me. We took care of that problem, Barbara. We took care of that problem. Sentai, feel free to go to the other side. You say you don't like drama? But yeah, feel free to go to the other side. You will be infested with the drama disease. Let me tell you. So, tonight, we're talking about why people usually get away with crossing the line online. This is another example of how these people cross the line by inciting me, attacking me, gang mob style, to get me to say things that they in turn will later use against me to attack my audience, like they just did with Sentai 7. And Sentai 7's like, well, I watch these videos and they're unedited, this and that. Listen, bro, a lot of those videos were me reacting to being frustrated that these people just wouldn't stop attacking my channel and the people on my channel behind the scenes. These guys have been destroying my audience behind the scenes. And I couldn't ignore it because even Barbara knows they would come in here. That's why do you think I have Nightbot putting a message out every 5 minutes saying, urgent message to all supporters. I'm under attack by a hate group. They see who comes in my chat and attack your comment section saying I'm bad with fake info and videos. Please block and ignore them. I'm being proactive about this. I can't control even people that are blocked coming into this chat because it's a public show, and then finding out who's here and then going to your channel and attacking your channel, saying I'm a bad person and sending you those video links. I can't control that. All I can do is continue to raise awareness on it. And that's all I've been doing, Sentai. But there's another example of where these trolls cross the line. What they're doing is they are harming my brand, they're defaming my character, and they're slandering my name. But guess what happens when you go to the cops and you show them proof that they're slandering my name and they're defaming my character and they're attacking my business? You know what they say? Well, it's a civil case. Contact your attorney. It's a civil case. You got a case, but you need to contact your attorney. Sounds like you have a civil case. And the other side knows that. They know that the majority of things that happen online, because the laws are so fucking flawed, that it all ends up being classified as a civil matter, even though it's criminal. And that's why I reacted the way I reacted to all this stuff, Sentai 7. Because I'm frustrated at the system that allows these people to continue getting away with breaking the law. They are breaking the law, and they know they're breaking the law. But because they classify it as a civil matter, and they know more than likely we're not going to pay an attorney and file, in court and pay court fees to sue them, they know that, so they keep doing what they're doing. In essence, they're going to continue doing it until we stop them in some other way. So what we're doing behind the scenes with the A-Team is we're trying to find any legal loophole possible to get these guys off the streets, because they're not going to stop terrorizing us with these methods. And all I'm doing here is raising awareness about it. What is wrong with that? Let me ask you, Barbara, does everything make sense in regards to what I've said so far? Like, have I been out of line here? And it's my channel, my house, my show. Like, if people don't want to be here, they don't have to be here at all. They don't. They really don't. I've been on for an hour and 2 minutes. I'm going to step away and take a break in a few and refill my coffee. Anyway, 5:04 a.m. Eastern, 2:04 a.m. Pacific. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, folks. I am going to just go ahead and take my break right now. While I'm gone, if you have any questions regarding the topic, if you want me to answer anything regarding what I feel is going on with the other side, let me know. Or if you have any questions regarding any of your business or personal needs, I'm always happy to answer those questions on any given show. Please put them in the chat. And when I come back in about, 5 to 7 or 8 minutes or so, we'll address it. Also, when I come back, I believe I was starting to mention this at the beginning of the show. I'm going to be discussing a stream that was done on the MJ Bodhi channel, a 4-hour stream, a 4-hour shit stream that was on the MJ Bodhi channel earlier tonight that ended shortly before I went live at 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. And, there were parts of that stream that were good, but, I think that stream was dragged on for an extra 2 hours at least. Some advice there, MJ. When a stream is dying, don't try to stretch it for an extra couple hours. People are not going to watch that. But you say you're not a YouTuber anyway, and you're never going to probably get to the level of getting monetized or running it as a business, so it's not going to matter anyway. But I'm just saying, like, that show is dragged on way too far. But I'll share my thoughts regarding that, and Mr. J from the Like and Theory channel was on there. Mr. J is one of the people that's been attacking me for 3 years. He's kind of backed off. And Mr. J is also he's also been back and forth being business partners with Mr. G from the Gun Squad channel, and now they're in the middle of having another falling out. They fell out a few days ago. This all happened while I was taking a week off from YouTube. And again, I haven't had a chance to go back and watch all these streams. I'm getting this information from the A-team and other people behind the scenes. So it's just quite interesting to me. But I'll share more about that when I get back. Let me just cue up some music here. Give me a second. All right. Got enough music there, folks. All right. So, be back in 5 to 7 or 8 minutes. And we'll continue with Late Night with Coach Eli. Do not go anywhere. right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Live on YouTube, the Late Night with Coach Eli edition. It is 5:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:16 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Glad you could all join me here this late night or early morning, or maybe it's daytime in your neck of the woods, or depending on, wherever you're at in the world, right? And tonight we've been talking about crossing the line, like my thumbnail states, and why people usually get away with crossing the line online. And you know what? Look, Mr. EK Sock Account, I don't need you to keep coming back into my chat and telling me things like that. Those things do not need to be mentioned. I know those things. And you're trolling, dude. I'm going to read your message regardless, because this is what you guys continue to do. And all I'm doing is raising awareness on what the trolls do. This is trollish behavior. EK Sock Accounts, before they got banned by me from my phone while I was on break, said banning people and not engaging your audience with interactions in a friendly way to bring people there is why people don't support and donate. Eli, just being honest, you could be a likable guy. I am a likable guy, dude. You see, dude, look, you already know what I'm about to say, and you just want to get a reaction from me. But I'm going to give the answer anyway, for example purposes. You see, my channel has been under attack. I'm just going to say it. I don't care. JB Gunner, and by Trim Hits, who is also known as Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, Puffacush Joker, who's also Dr. Robert, who's going to be imprisoned in 10 days for 24 years for committing prescription fraud and insurance fraud. And what Trim Hits, Ronaldo, Dr. Robert, and JB Gunner have been doing, and Barbara can attest to this, because Barbara here, I'm not mad at you, Barbara, but Barbara can attest, she used to help JB Gunner do this. What they do is they come into my channel here, they find all the people I'm engaging in a likable way, and then they're going to their channels and spamming their chat saying I'm a bad guy, and sharing carefully crafted, edited videos out of context to paint me as a bad guy. And if you look, EK and everyone else, at the majority of JB Gunner's audience, a lot of those people came from me. And same thing with Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, Puffacush Joker, Trim Hits, and Dr. Robert. Barbara, tell me I'm wrong. And this infuriates me. And if you wanted to trigger me, you triggered the shit out of me right now. And if that gets you off, and so be it. I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of this. You have the nerve to come into my house and tell me what I've already been doing, when the truth of the matter is I've done that all along. And then your leaders, per se, JB Gunner, who's on the run for a felony bench warrant, is attacking my channel behind my back. I was ignoring these people, and they were attacking my audience without even me knowing it. And then Trim Hits, a.k.a. Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, a.k.a. Puffacush Joker, a.k.a. Dr. Robert, they've been attacking people behind the scenes. Now, if you've watched Ronaldo Smith Jenkins' streams for the last several weeks, he blatantly comes out and says, oh, I'm going to make his life miserable. I'm going to keep attacking him. I'm going to keep going to every one of his new supporters and sharing, these links and telling them how bad of a guy he is. Eli's got to go. Eli's got to go. Riff. You're not understanding it, bro. I understand EK's point. Do you understand my point? I have been engaging these people nicely. But then Ronaldo and JB Gunner have been coming into my chats, even though they're banned. They find out who I'm engaging here in the ways EK is saying to engage them, which is what I've always done. And then they hit these people on their channels without even me knowing. How am I supposed to handle that, man, without talking about it? What would you do in my shoes, man? I have thick skin, Riff. That's why I'm still here. I have very thick skin. But see, Riff, with all due respect, bro, I respect you. But you don't consider yourself a YouTuber. It's more of a hobby to you. I'm running this as a business. You see, if this was not a business and I was doing it just for fun, then I could fuck around with these guys in the ways they're fucking around with me and not worry about it. But they are harming my business. I am leading by example. I'm sharing with other people that want to be real YouTubers and make money and run a business out here how to handle this. All I wish is that these guys would go away and do their own thing. And I've tried to stop them. And we are going to stop them. That's why we're doing what we're doing behind the scenes. I've tried to stop them. So that way I don't have to engage them anymore or go back and forth anymore. And I'm not going back and forth. I'm just stating this for example purposes. But if you're going to come out and call me out on something like that, which is what I've already been doing, then I got to sit here and explain to you why I'm doing it. Do you not think if I had another choice, I would handle it a different way? I have no choice. You tell me, Barbara. You tell me, Barbara, have I had any other choice but to handle it in the way I've been handling it? Truth is truth regardless of how you see your channel? What are you talking about, Riff? Be more specific, bro. Be more specific because quite frankly, I'm tired of this and I don't want to deal with anybody coming at me in this way. I don't need this at all. I don't. I want people here, especially moderators, to either support me or to say, I'm sorry, we're not in alignment. It's not going to work out. I don't need this. I don't. Now, Riff, I know you like to push my buttons a little bit and you're having some fun and I understand that. And I'm not mad at you, dude, but come on, dude. Seriously. This whole thing has literally sickened me. It's worn me out. And now that the same thing is happening again when I'm trying to do the right thing and I've taken so much action to protect my channel, and then people like that come in on a sock, and then my own moderators are supporting the sock accounts. I mean, dude, how does that look? That's all I'm saying, dude. Barbara Playson says, I think you handled it the best way you know how. Do I think you could have done some things different? Of course, but ultimately it's your decision on how you handle your trolls. Well, how would you have handled it differently, Barbara? What would you have done? Riff says at some point you need to realize none of this is working for your channel and let it all go and create positive content. Riff, that's what I've been trying to do. It doesn't matter what content I create. They're coming in here and they are going to these people's channels and they are commenting on their videos and saying that Eli's a fraud. Here's what he used to do. Here's a video of how he used to act. This guy's a bad guy. Look at this Craigslist ad on him. That's fake, right? They're not going to say it's fake. Do you understand, dude? Do you understand the level of harassment that JB Gunner and Trim Hits, aka Ronaldo, have done? All right. I see what's happening here. I see what's happening here. My own crew is not supporting me. My own crew is not supporting me. It's a shame. It's a fucking shame. I was going to go another half hour or an hour, but you know what? I'm going to wrap this shit up. And who the fuck knows, maybe I'll take another week or two break or something. Because apparently no one seems to understand the level of harassment I've been through. And I've tried to do the right things in the exact ways that you, Riff, Barbara, and everyone else has said to do. And I know it's the right way to do it. And it's not working because they're hitting me no matter what I do. I could create the most amazing content outside of this. and they're still going to do what they're going to do, and it's still affecting my growth because they are harassing myself and my audience. Barbara says, I didn't disagree with you, Eli. I just said I would have done things a little bit differently. Then can you be specific, Barbara? What would you have done differently? How would you have handled this differently? And what kind of a different result do you think you would have accomplished? I'd really like to hear that. I mean, you make a fair point. It's a fair statement, Barbara, but if you're going to say something like that, can you back it up with the actual actions you would have taken? I didn't let him sidetrack me, Barbara. I used it as an example. And it wasn't the troll. It was one of my moderators, Riff Magos, that said the troll's right. And Riff Magos is not a troll, Barbara. No, I understand he's trying to throw a wrench in my show, and I don't care if he does or not. It doesn't matter. Listen, I'm not mad at the troll. And I'm not even mad at Riff, but I'm questioning Riff and saying, look, dude, I don't value what the troll said, but I value what my moderator says. And if my moderator is saying that the troll is right, I'm going to question my moderator and say, hey, why do you think he's right? And what could I have done differently to get a different result? If you're going to say something, then back it up with what would you have done differently? Well, for one, I wouldn't divulge information when that information can have that person caught instead of just triggering them. What are you talking about, JB and the CPS thing? The reason why I put that out there is because the CPS thing was not going to bring him down. He needed to go down for his criminal bench warrant. And CPS was not going to look into that. Now that he's on the run, there's a better chance of catching him for something that's going to put him away compared to something that may not do anything at all. Just answering what I would have done differently. Hey, Gambler After Dark, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. I know you and I recently connected through some networking. I believe it was through Pusha Studios. I want to make you aware, Gambler, that Nightbot is sharing a message that I hope you can read, but I'll make you aware of what's going on. I've been under attack by a hate group for many years, and they are intentionally trying to destroy my audience. What they're doing is they're coming into my chats, finding new people that come in like you, and then going to the comments section of one of your videos or multiple videos, saying I'm a bad person, saying that I am somebody that is not to be trusted. They have carefully edited and crafted videos to paint me as a bad guy. And basically, they've done that to hundreds of people and practically destroyed my brand. So now I have to come out here and one by one, as people come in, make these people aware of what's going on. Now, Gambler, I know you have over 5K subs, and I'm sure you've been trolled like hell as well. So I'm sure you have an idea regarding what I'm talking about. But I'm just hoping that we get a chance to get to know each other because I really want to connect with some great people from this networking community. And like I said, I've connected with many people, hundreds and hundreds of great people that have come through my channel and have basically stopped coming because my trolls hit them behind the scenes. And then these people never come back because they believe what my trolls are saying is true. These people are harassing me and stalking me to attack my audience. And it's like it was happening behind my back. I didn't even know it was happening initially until some other people made me aware of it. Don't get upset a lot. I still support you. Like you said earlier, me and you have our disagreements, but we find a happy medium. Had fantastic live stream last night, 250 online. I do lives every Saturday night. Well, that's great, man. I will check out your next live stream next Saturday. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome, dude. I'll go check out the replay if you still have it up. What do you do on your live streams, The Gambler? Do you do some gambling games, or like what type of streams do you run? I'm just kind of curious. Do you play online games while you stream? Do you play like poker online with people and broadcast it on YouTube? I'm just kind of curious. Your channel is very, very interesting to me because I'm in California in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I go to Reno every so often, and I love playing blackjack and Texas Hold'em and 7-card stud. I love gambling. I love gambling. I don't respond to trolls. Responding draws more. I block, move on. It's a good point. Good point. And that's what I do too. But your trolls don't go to other channels and, leave hateful comments and carefully craft edited videos that they send to these people to turn them away from your channel. They're not doing that to you. Lottery tickets from around the world. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I know we just recently connected, and I want to look further into your channel. But when you play lottery tickets from all over the world, how are you able to get those? Are you able to actually like special order them, like have them delivered to you? Because I believe you're in the U.S., right? That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. 27 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, they're scratchers. Barbara, through the growth stream community, there are a lot of scratcher channels. It's actually become a pretty big phenomenon out here on YouTube, kind of like the mukbang community. There's also the scratcher community, the lottery ticket community. So, yeah. I'll tell you, the interesting part of networking through these other growth stream channels, you meet a lot of interesting channels, involving many other genres. And, as a coach, I love learning about new communities, and I love learning new things. I'm fascinated by new things. And I want to be able to help these people grow their channels and grow their businesses if they want to turn their channel into business in any way possible. So it's really awesome to, have a lot of these people come over here. And it's, if it wasn't for these extreme trolls and haters that take it as far as attacking my audience by coming in here, finding out who they are, and then going to their channel and commenting bad things about me. If it wasn't for that, I mean, I would have a lot of people here right now. I'd have a couple hundred people on my live streams as well. The Gamble After Dark says, fun mail sent. Yes, Atlanta, Georgia. Last week had 8 people send me tickets from their area. Texas, California, UK, New York, and more. That is awesome, bro. That is awesome, bro. Do your live streams get lit up by the super chat, man? I'm just curious. I'm sure the super chat gets lit up in your chat. I've had my nights where the super chat's lit up here, and there are times where it's kind of slow. But I'm still a fairly new channel. I've only been around for 14 months. I did have a former channel, Gambler, that I shut down about a year and a half ago, that I ran for a little over 2 years. It was a coaching channel, and there were some major issues with my trolls, and I went through a breakup with a woman that used to, do some videos with me on my channel. So I shut down my channel, took 3 months off, and then, came back 14 months ago and started this channel. So, yeah, so he says, yes, fantastic support. Well, that's great to hear, man. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here, man. Barbara Playson says, LOL, I watched one mukbang guy and he was a hot mess. This guy cried on every single stream while stuffing his face. LOL. His name is Nikado something. No more of those for me. Yeah, I'm not really into the mukbang thing. But I'm not kicking down people that are. I mean, if that's what you want to do, if you want to stuff your face with thousands of calories and get yourself out of shape, while you're running your streams online, that's on you. I mean, I'm not trying to kick anybody down. I mean, people, should do whatever they're passionate about. I'm just saying that, to me, I think, doing mukbangs is eating in a very unhealthy way. And part of what I do as a coach is I help people get fit and stay fit, because when you're fit, not only do you look good, you actually feel better, and you're actually more healthy at the same time. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Gotta go. Thanks for stopping by the Gamble After Dark. I'll be sure to more so check out your channel when I get a chance next few days, and then next Saturday. I will, when you set up your next live stream, I will set a reminder. Even though I've subscribed to you and banged your bell, I will set the reminder for your stream. And I'll see you there, man. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. All right. So let me just discuss what happened on the MJ Bodie stream earlier tonight. MJ Bodie is somebody that used to be a part of my channel, and I don't think that you're a bad guy, MJ, if you happen to hear this. And a lot of things that you talk about on your streams make a lot of sense. I think when you actually, run your channel and don't let other people run it for you, when you run your streams and don't let other people run your streams, you have a lot of great philosophical things to talk about. But I will say that, during the last few hours of your stream, of that 4-hour stream you did last night, shortly before mine started, it just seemed like you guys were trying to drag on the stream longer than it should have gone on. That's just my opinion. I mean, there was really nothing of value. You also had, some crazy chick named Persephone, which is not a real name, come on your stream multiple times and just, lose her shit emotionally. And this is a woman that's a part of the Susie Q group that used to be a part of my channel, and these women are just completely toxic. And see, that's why, I ban people like that, because I don't want toxic people here on my channel. I don't want people that are going to overreact to everything, and I don't want people here that are not open to suggestions and change. Because if you're not open to suggestions and change, and you get triggered very easily, and you're emotionally unstable, there's nothing anyone can do to help you. And that just, having somebody on your channel like that is just going to completely distract your message. So that's my feedback on that. But as far as, you guys had trim hits on your channel, on your channel, MJ, trim hits was in your chat, right? And I want you and Jamie Lycan Theory to understand, because Jamie was on your panel as well, until 4 a.m. Eastern his time, which is 1 a.m. Eastern, which is 1 a.m. Eastern my time. Jamie Lycan Theory and MJ Bodie. Let me tell you something. I understand that we're not on good terms and probably never will be. And I understand what's happened in the past between us. But I don't think you guys are really the culprits here. Yes, have you both done some things to me that's, that wasn't good? Sure. But I don't really think you guys are the culprits. I think you guys have been victims. Correct me if I'm wrong, Barbara, in the chat. I'll get to the chat in a second. And the reason is you're not realizing that Trim Hits is Ronaldo Smith Jenkins. And Trim Hits and Ronaldo Smith Jenkins is Dr. Robert, who's going away in 10 days. He's going to be incarcerated up to 24 years for prescription fraud and for insurance fraud to pay for those fake prescriptions he was writing with some other doctor's, prescription pad. Now, Jamie, here's the thing. I know you don't trust me and you don't believe a word I say. And same thing with you, Bodie. If you guys want to do one thing, not for my own good, for your own good. I don't care, what you guys do. But for your own good, let me just throw you a tip your way. The email, trimhits@gmail.com. TRIMHITS@gmail.com. Take that email, trimhits@gmail.com. You may have to pay a few dollars to run this background check. Go online, find a background check that allows you to search for people through email. Type in trimhits@gmail.com. And then you tell me whose name is attached to that email. You will find that it is Dr. Robert. Okay? Now, once you find that out, you're going to know that Trim Hits, Dr. Robert is Trim Hits. So how do we make the connection that Trim Hits is also Ronaldo Smith Jenkins? Because remember, when ODN was on my channel, ODN is somebody, for those of you that are new here, ODN is technically a troll, but he actually is a real person, and he used to be a part of my channel, and he used to be a part of this team behind the scenes called the A-Team, helping us, trying to stop these people that are crossing the line illegally online here and harming us, by doing that. So when ODN connected with Ronaldo, and they both met through my channel because Ronaldo and ODN at that point, several months ago, used to be a part of my channel. They were playing PlayStation 4 together. And basically, on PlayStation 4, you can find that information about people. ODN found out that Ronaldo is also Puffakash Joker. And the Puffakash Joker channel has been around for years, stemming back to my former channel that's been making videos on me with the same exact editing methods of Trim Hits. At the same time, Jamie, Like in Theory, and MJ Bodie, we have voice clips of Dr. Robert and Ronaldo when he was on my panel, and we've analyzed those clips. It's the same person. I'm telling you guys, I don't care what happens, because you guys are going your own way and I've gone my own way. But just so you are no longer played anymore by JB Gunner, who's on the run for basically failing to appear, and he has a felony bench warrant out for his arrest. He says, oh, they're not going to extradite me for a misdemeanor. Well, no, that's true. Let's give you the fact that probably you beating up your wife, which should be a felony, it was a misdemeanor. We'll give you that. When you didn't show up to your court date, that became a felony bench warrant. That is something that they will extradite. So, see, what you guys are not understanding is these people are not being truthful with you. And in order to get me off their back from pushing harder to get them apprehended, guys like JB will flip it around and try to paint me as the bad guy, and then he's also enlisting Ronaldo to try to slow me down by hitting my audience. Basically, in essence, what JB Gunner and Ronaldo are trying to do is try to attack my channel to distract me from helping the A-Team bring down JB Gunner. That's the truth. And Jamie and MJ, if you guys can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. JB Gunner knows for a fact. He knows for a fact that Ronaldo Smith Jenkins is Trim Hits, and both of them are Dr. Robert. No joke at all. No joke at all. Barbara Placens, it is very unhealthy. I went to his videos 2 years ago. He was your size. Now he's bigger than I hate group leader. Who are you talking about, Barbara? Who are you talking about, Barbara, when you say it is very unhealthy? I went to his videos 2 years ago. He was your size. Now he's bigger than I hate group leader, or I think you meant to say a hate group leader. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Barbara. Can you be more specific? Who are you talking about? So I can respond to you properly on that. So I'm going to focus on this for a little bit longer. Then I'm going to probably go into final thoughts and wrap this up. And again, I'm going to focus on you, Jamie, Like in Theory, and you, MJ Bodie, but more so you, Jamie, because I know you really want to take your channel somewhere. And I also know for a fact that you feel slighted and used and abused by JD Gunner. You haven't come out and said it to that level, but you certainly have defended yourself. I went back earlier tonight and I skimmed through some of the streams. I don't have time to watch all those streams. And again, the A team behind the scenes has been sending me, timestamps and screenshots, the synopsis version. But from what I've seen and what I saw on your community tab, Jamie, and on JD's community tab, you're not happy. And initially I was thinking to myself, what if they're plotting this? What if they're just trying to do this to try to reel me back in, or, try to get me back into this? Well, what you guys did over the past week while I was gone had no influence on me being gone or when I was going to return. That was all on me. I took a break because I wanted to take a break and I needed to take a break. The bottom line is Jamie, seriously, dude, I don't mean the harm on you. I'm not trying to get back on your good graces. I'm not trying anything at all besides giving you information so you know the actual truth, and so you know deep within that you made the right decision. For some strange reason, Jamie, I honestly believe that you already know the truth. You're just keeping your mouth shut because you don't want to open up a can of worms. I seriously think you know that Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, a.k.a. Puffikush Joker, a.k.a. Trim Hits, a.k.a. Zigzag Rizzlebong, a.k.a. hashtag Jamie has no balls. Remember that one? Remember that one, dude? Is Dr. Robert. I told you where to go look. And you don't have to believe a word that comes out of my mouth, because I know you don't. Go look for it yourself. Trim Hits, TRIMHITS @gmail.com. Do a background search that allows you to search for backgrounds by email. Use that email. Then you'll find out whose name that email is attached to. The mistake that Dr. Robert made when he first started trolling YouTube, I don't know how long ago it was. JB Gunner posted on his community tab, he thinks that Trim Hits has been trolling for a decade. Maybe he has been. Maybe Trim Hits, Dr. Robert, was already trolling YouTube years before we came on the scene 3 years ago, all of us. Even when he was still practicing as a doctor, before, he got indicted on this, for what he did. Hang on one second. So yeah, before he got indicted, he was probably, still doing this because I guess apparently, he likes being a troll. And this is a man that has kids, and he had a wife, but believe his wife divorced him, and I believe his wife is with some other man now. You want to talk about that on your stream that you're probably going to do later today, Ronaldo? I know you're watching me right now, dude, because I know you're obsessed, Dr. Robert. Uh-huh. Yeah, give me 1 second here. I got to moderate the chat. Give me a second here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dr. Robert's in here trolling right now. Mm-hmm. Barbara Playson says that comment was made when we were talking about the MC Bong. Are you talking about MC Bodie or MJ Bodie? I don't know what you mean, Barbara. Are you using speech to text? I'm just kind of wondering, or is autocorrect just messing you up? Because I can't make out what you're saying. Anyway. Yeah, it looks like Dr. Roberts in the house right now, aka Ronaldo, 49-year-old man with a PhD that's pretending to be a 31-year-old millennial. You know what the funny thing is, Ronaldo, aka Dr. Robert? You say you're 31 years old, but the way you speak sounds like you have knowledge of a 50-year-old. Like you're talking about things that most millennials would not even know to talk about. At the level you speak on things at. Autocorrect says Barbara Plaisance. So, anyway. Yeah, let Ronaldo come in here. Or Dr. Robert, Trimheads, Republicus Joker. We're all going to know the truth. We already know the truth. But you're all, for those of you out there that don't believe, now in 9 days, you're going to know the truth about this guy. You're going to know the truth when he gets incarcerated up to 24 years. And we hope he gets the max sentence. And trust me, that's what the A-team is working on. Because the judge that's presiding his case is known to be a hard ass and is a stickler for the maximum sentence. So, unless by some miracle that Dr. Robert only gets no jail time and is able to do community service, if he gets incarcerated and then you no longer hear Ronaldo's voice on YouTube, isn't that going to make a statement in itself? Like, what's it going to take for you guys to believe? And Susie, I didn't watch your entire stream. I saw part of your stream from Vegas. Susie, why in the world are you not enjoying your vacation with your husband and your daughter, and you feel the need to put your family off the side on vacation and do a stream just to respond to me? Well, thank you for making me so relevant. As a part of your life, Susie. Susie, when we prove to you, when you see Ronaldo, Dr. Robert, go to jail in 10 days and he's no longer streaming and you haven't heard from him, and well, where's Ronaldo? Well, I wonder where he's at. I'll go point you to the penitentiary, Susie. Susie, you're not stupid. You're not. Susie, you are good at this game. Don't sit here and tell me for 1 second that you firmly believe that Ronaldo is not Dr. Robert and Trim hits. You are out of your damn mind. And how in the world can you respect a guy that's 49 years old that goes and says, stuff about my ex-girlfriend, saying that she got it from some other guy in the Dominican Republic? I'm not going to use his famous line because he likes to create rap mixes out of that. How mature is this 49-year-old man with a PhD? Wow. So, folks, I'm going to start wrapping this up. I'm sure that Ronaldo, if he's not already live, will be going live soon. What you got for me, Ronaldo? Dr. Robert, what you got? What you going to do? You going to keep attacking my audience? I'm making them aware of you. Let me tell you this, Ronaldo, Dr. Robert, and everyone else. Because of you guys, I've had to take extreme measures to bulletproof my channel from you guys. Number one, I've had to hold all my comments for review. I've got a ton of comments that are sitting in my held for review box. So people are commenting on my videos, but they're not going out there. They're being held for review. You know why? Because the moment I release them is the moment you're going to attack them. So what I'm doing is I'm emailing them before I release them and making them aware of what you're doing. One by one, I'm emailing them. Building rapport. So then when you try to attack them with your BS, they're going to already know what's happening, right? And within my chats, I have Nightbot sharing a message saying, urgent message to all supporters. I'm under attack by a hate group. They see who comes in my chat and attack your comment section, saying I'm bad with fake info and videos. Please block and ignore them. And then every time they come in here, I make them aware of you guys and you, especially Ronaldo, Trim, Puffacus Joker, Dr. Robert. And I'm also emailing them at the same time. So what you gonna do? What's your next move, dude? How far are you gonna take it? Why don't you just back off and enjoy your last 9 days as a free man? Or are you trying to go down a blaze of glory like JB Gunner because both of you are going to be incarcerated soon? You definitely in 9 days. JB, whenever they find the bastard, they'll nail him too. You know, Ronaldo, Dr. Robert, I think this is like a video game to you. I think the real life aspect of this is making it like a real life video game. You make your move and you want to see what my next move is. Let me tell you something. You may have a PhD, but I'm a much smarter person than you. 10 times smarter. I'm always 2 steps ahead of everyone. I'm always thinking about what are these people trying to plot next, and I'm ready for it. So what are you going to do? What do you have left in the cards for 9 more days? What you got for me, man? Seriously. People are turning against you. Jamie turned against you. I'm sure MJ Bodie did, right? Now you're fighting with Brutally Lauren, right? people are beginning to see who you really are. Now, they haven't come out publicly and said that they know you're Dr. Robert, but do you not think that hasn't crossed their mind? And again, all they have to do is put in the email trimhits@gmail.com. It's public information. And then they'll do a background check and find out who you are. That's all you have to do, Jamie, Susie. Susie, why don't you do it? Susie, you are the queen of doing background checks. Susie, why don't you do this? If you want to question my integrity, Susie, I'm asking you to do this live on the air. And if I'm wrong, I'll come out and publicly apologize to you. Susie, take that email, trimhits@gmail.com, trimhits@gmail.com, and do an email search, an email background search. And you tell me what comes up under that name. Because you know what happened? This is where Dr. Robert messed up. Maybe he has been on YouTube for 10 years. When he first created his first YouTube account, the mistake he made is that he put his real name attached to that email. Because at that time, he probably wasn't a troll. So he's like, okay, I'm going to put my real name, create a Gmail account, Google account, Dr. Robert or Robert, blah, blah, blah. RPJ's initials, right? But he didn't realize that years down the road in this situation, that was going to come back and bite him in the ass. Now, if he was a good person, had nothing to hide, who cares if somebody found out that Trim Hits, is Dr. Robert? But if you're trying to remain anonymous and you're trying to play it off like you're this like king troll on YouTube, you screwed up, bro. And we found out. And now you don't like the fact that we found out. And you don't like the fact that the guy that you call a cuck cucked you and is cucking you every day. So I'll tell you what, Trimmy, in 9 days, I'm going to be sitting here going live and laughing when you get the maximum sentence of 24 years. And we never have to see your ass out here hurting people again. Jamie, Susie, MJ Bodie, JB Gunner, if you already haven't done so, take that email, trimhits@gmail.com, and do a background check, and you find out for yourself where that leads to. I'm sure you guys have already done it. But you guys don't want to come out and say Eli and the A-team is right. You don't want to come out and admit it because you still want to weaponize Trim while he's still around to try to take me down. It's not going to work. So give it up. You want receipts? I'm giving you receipts. I've got the background check. But you need to go and do it yourself so that way you don't think I concocted the background check. Go run the background check and find out for yourselves. That's why this channel is hurting from growing and getting donors and sponsors and making money. It is because of this guy and what he's doing to me. So for anyone here, EK Pharaoh, whoever the hell you are, that says, oh, you know what, if I treated people better, I was more of a likable guy, I would, get better traction. Well, again, like I said, that's who I am. That's how I've been with all these people that Dr. Robert has attacked behind the scenes without me even knowing it. So once we get rid of these people that are constantly harassing me and stalking me, and then you've got Ronaldo on his streams always admitting that, hey, Eli, I'm stalking you. I'm gonna keep stalking him. I'm gonna keep stalking him. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. He's gotta go. Eli's gotta go. Eli's gotta go. Go for what, dude? Take me down for what? What have I done wrong? I haven't violated any guidelines, copyright or community guidelines. My content's ad-friendly. I'm stating the news. Well, what are you going to take me down for? For being honest and real? Or are you just mad because there's nothing you can take me down for? And you know what? If you're going to try to say, you JB Gunner, you keep trying to say, oh, I threatened your life and this and that. Oh, dude, or you said I tried to put a hit on you. No, JB. I never said that. Not in those words. Those conversations were private between ODN and I. I was so frustrated at the fact that you wouldn't stop attacking my people that the way I said it was like this. I said, look, maybe there's only one way, for JB to stop doing this. I don't wish harm upon anyone. But what if somebody, did something to him? I didn't say I was going to do it. I never said that. And you spun that way out of context. And by the way, here's the thing, JB. You say, oh, Eli needs to get arrested. Then why aren't you pressing charges, JB? Because even if you press charges, number one, that conversation was illegally recorded. It'll never hold up in a court of law. Number two, they're going to say it's a criminal case, it's a civil matter, not a criminal matter. So, JB, you're the one that knows the system better than anyone. You're the one that always says, hey, sue me, right? And then whenever we go try to sue you, or we try to take action, we're told by the cops it's a civil matter. So you got to get a lawyer and file a lawsuit, right? So the same goes to you. In my case, you keep on trying to use all that stuff that ODN illegally recorded. And in essence, number one, that's not admissible. Number two, even if I did say it in a harmful way, which I didn't, you'd still have to take me to civil court and sue me in a civil case. You know that. So what you gonna do, Papa Doc? I'm spinning the game in your direction. I'm flipping your game on you, right? I'm playing your game back at you because that's the only way to defend myself. I'm not out here to harm anyone. But let me tell you something, like you say, JB, if you come at, like you say, JB, if you come at me, I'm going to come back at you harder. Well, guess what? I'm the same way. When you come at me, I'll come at you 10 times harder, legally. And if you push the boundaries a little bit with this line, JB, this invisible line, right? Then I'll push it to the line as well. Because the only way to compete with somebody, the only way to get justice with somebody that pushes the line is to be right there, pushing the line with them. I don't really like pushing the line, but you've left me with no choice. And that's not who I really am, but I'm being honest about it. One more time. JB, Susie, Jamie, MJ Bodie, Brutally Lauren, any one of you out there, if you want to find the truth out, I don't know if you're watching this live or you'll hear about it tomorrow on the replay or later today because it's already tomorrow. It's already Sunday. Go and run a background check that allows you to search by email. Type in trimhits@gmail.com, trimhits@gmail.com, and then go live and you mention whose name shows up on that background check. That right there is going to tie Trim Hits with Dr. Robert. Remember what Ronaldo said, how he found out about, when the cops were sent to his place. Ronaldo said that he found out because Ronaldo said that I'm friends with Trim Hits and Trim Hits is friends with the doctor. Okay, dude. And that stream, I believe, is still up on Ronaldo's channel, but I have it downloaded. If Ronaldo deletes anything, I've got it all downloaded. I've got everything. I've got everything. But again, this is what came out of your mouth, Ronaldo. This is what came out of your mouth verbatim. And if I have to clip it and share it with people to prove it, I'll do it. But you know what you said. You said that you're friends with Trim Hits, and Trim Hits knows the doctor. No. Trim Hits is the doctor. You are Trim Hits and the doctor. You're all the same person. And you've doctored this whole thing. And you've gotten off on it for so many years. Until finally, a group of people that notoriously want to bring peace and safety to the internet, especially YouTube, found you. It's over, Ronaldo. You've been exposed. You're done. You're finished. Do what you're going to do for your last 9 days. I'm not paying attention to your crap. I'm not watching your stuff at all. I've skimmed through to see a few chat messages and to report Marcel Harding Art for spamming BS about me 40 times in your chat. And yeah, Marcel, I saw your comment somewhere. I was sent a screenshot where you said, I got to slow it down because Eli's trying to take me down. I'm not trying to take you down, dude. I'm not trying to take you down. I'm just saying that if somebody spams anyone's chat with stupidity over and over again, I'm going to flag it. It's my due diligence as a YouTuber in the partner program, and as a YouTube certified person. Barbara or Riff or anybody else, I'm going to give you 2 minutes with any final thoughts in the chat, and then I'm going to wrap up the stream. I said what I had to say. I said what I had to say. These people are the perfect example when I say why people usually get away with crossing the line online. If you've been harassed, cyberbullied, trolled online, and it's gone way too far, or it's crossed the line into real life, and now they're affecting your real life like they have with me, that was the purpose of the stream. The best example is to share an example of how it's been happening to me, and that's what I did here tonight. And if none of you like it that I did it that way, then so be it. You don't have to be a part of my channel. I'm not going to beg anyone to be here. I'm not going to beg anyone for anything. I'm going to keep doing what I do for the better good of everyone. I'm here for the better good of everyone. I love people, and I want the good people to be safe from the evil people. My intentions are pure, and if you can't see that, and you're going to believe the BS the other side is throwing at you, then that's on you. That's your choice to make. I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. I will make you aware of what they're doing. And if you choose to be like Sentai 7, come in here with his mod wrench tonight and say, oh, I saw the videos from the past, and you know, it's pretty damning that they're right about what you're saying. Well, dude, if that's how you feel, then get the fuck out of my channel. That's why I removed him. I don't need that here. I don't need people that cannot see the light and see the truth, especially after I prove it. All right, we got no more chat messages here. We're leaving 27 in the box. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Riff. Thank you to everyone else that was listening and not chatting. I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock with a Walking with Purpose stream on a topic not related to this. I just want to chill with my audience, whoever's there. And if not many people are there, I'll just chill with myself and my camera. That's it. Have yourselves a great day. I'll see you later.